Alright, it's been really cold lately and it got me to thinking about a practical prep that probably a lot of you hadn't thought about. And that is prepping for an alternate heat source for your house. I know up north a lot of you guys have heating oil and things like that that you heat with, but here in the south we, for the most part, use electric heat pumps. And if the power goes out, we've got no heat. So I want to take just a minute today to look at a couple of items that you could possibly use in an emergency situation and give you a few pros and cons and just give you something to think about as far as being prepared for cold winter weather in case of a power outage. The first item I want to look at, this is called a Mr. Heater Little Buddy. This uses a standard LP tanks, the 1 pound tanks, got a little base for it to sit on, and then has a ceramic burner. Now this is good for a small area if you're only wanting to heat one room. Something like this will do a great job. It'll very quickly and very efficiently heat a room, and it'll run for an hour or two off of a single 1 pound propane tank. Another option is something like this Coleman catalytic heater. This is an older heater. This actually runs off the white gas, the Coleman camp fuel. And this puts out a lot of heat, will very quickly heat a room, and actually a larger size room. Now the problem with both of these is they're not recommended for indoor use. There's going to be fumes that are given off, CO2, things like that are going to be noxious and harmful. And so these aren't recommended for indoor use without some kind of ventilation. Well, if you're trying to heat your house, cracking a window to keep those bad fumes out is kind of defeating the purpose. So that's why I've gone ahead and made the investment and spent $150 and went out and bought a kerosene heater. Now growing up in some old drafty houses, we always had a kerosene heater. It was just something that we used all winter long because parts of the house would be cold. But something like this is one of the newer ones, and let me tell you, it puts out heat. It will quickly run you out of the room that it's in. In my living room, which is just a standard size living room, I can light this kerosene heater, and with it only 60 degrees in the living room, within an hour the temperature will be up to 74, 75 degrees. So this really quickly, really efficiently heats a large space, and it actually will heat the entire house. The other plus to a kerosene heater is kerosene is very storable. It's very shelf stable. You know, the 1 pound propane tanks, they're very stable, very storable, but I have a tendency to run out of those, and I never seem to have enough of them when I need them. Gasoline and even white gas that you use in the Coleman camp stoves will eventually go bad. Kerosene has almost an indefinite shelf life. It's kind of like diesel. Basically, as long as it doesn't get water in it, it's good forever. So you can buy yourself a couple of jugs of kerosene or keep a 5-gallon can around, and you'll always have kerosene on hand to be able to heat your house if you need to in an emergency. Just a little something I wanted you guys to think about, because the possibilities there that the power will go out this winter and that you won't have heat. And I don't want anybody being cold. I want you to be warm and be safe and take care of your families. Guys, I appreciate you watching. If you enjoy videos like this, be sure and give me a thumbs up. And remember, the Bible is the rock upon which our republic was built. Hey, thanks for sticking with me to the end. On your screen, I'm showing you 4 absolutely awesome YouTube channels. These are great pro-Second Amendment channels who do a variety of topics from survival to prepping to guns and gear review. And do me a favor and go check these channels out. And if you're not subscribed to them, give them a sub and tell them the ALOwens sent you.